on observing precepts and awakening. Today, I will talk about observing precepts. The Buddha said, it is through observing precepts and abiding by the law that the body and mind can be peaceful. A person who observes precepts, knows do's and don't do's in life, and uphold their moral principle. Law here refers to the governing law in the human realm, the underworld, or heaven, conditional on the realm in question. Only by observing precepts and abiding by the law can our body and mind be peaceful. How do our body and mind become peaceful? By observing precepts and abiding by the law. You realize that it allows our worries, anxieties, and fears to subside. Much the same as when a person has committed no evil, they will not be afraid even if the policemen come knocking on their door. As long as one can observe precepts, they are free from all worries, anxieties, and fear. Another example, an overweight person was advised by the doctor, if you continue to gain weight, you will contract heart disease. If this person heeds this warning and refrains from eating high cholesterol and oily foods, they will no longer be worried. Their body and mind will then be peaceful. When it comes to cultivating our mind, do you know what we are cultivating? From a certain perspective, it's about observing precepts. Refrain from doing the things you shouldn't do, from saying the things you shouldn't say, and from thinking about things you shouldn't think. You must constantly practice self-restraint so that you can get rid of your bad habits. A person who fails to do so will not sincerely cultivate their mind. They will be at mercy of their destiny. Many people enjoy good health today because they have adhered to precepts, cultivated their mind, and recite Buddhist scriptures. One of the 5 precepts in Buddhism is refrain from stealing. Should you violate this precept, don't you think you will be caught by the police? Similarly, the precept of not killing. If you kill a person, you will have broken the law in the human realm. If you kill an animal, you will have broken the law of the underworld. Even if punishment is not served in the human realm regarding the killing of animals, inescapably, you will suffer due punishment in the underworld. Hence, everyone should follow these 5 precepts. They are not limited to the monastic community. Let me share with you 2 things about this world. Firstly, what's happened has happened. Many people ask questions like, why did it happen to me? Why did something like that happen to me? There is no why. If you got cancer, you got cancer. If you die, you die. Many people are mentally unprepared when calamity strikes, but what's supposed to happen will happen. Secondly, once your money is given away, it's no longer yours. For example, when somebody swindles you and you have transferred your money to them, it's no longer yours. There are people who covet riches and dream about making a fortune through some miracles. Please take note, there is no miracle in this world. Even the so-called miracles are due to the karmic causes that you sowed in your previous lives. Peace and safety are blessings. If someone can remain peaceful and safe in life, then they are blessed. I have talked about the precepts, concentration, and wisdom in Buddhism. Concentration stems from observing the precepts. When you start observing the precepts, your body and mind will become peaceful, and you will stop seeking anything. Without desires, your mind is pure. With concentration, wisdom arises. Because wisdom arises when you are able to remain unmoved and calm. No matter what life throws at you, you will remain cool, calm, and collected. Today, I will share with you the concept of 3 minor orifices, the 3 tips to broadening your mind, helping you to start to understand things properly. Listen, read, and enter. Listen to the Buddhist teachings, the scriptures, and principles attentively and regularly. The benefit of listening to Buddhist teachings, positive words, kind words, inspirational words, goes a long way, as your mind will gradually awaken. Listen to Buddhist teachings, read Buddhist scriptures, and become familiar with it. Through listening, reading, and putting the knowledge into practice, you can enter a certain spiritual state. It's not an ordinary state, but a state of awakening. There are two fundamentals in life, the first being the body, which is the root of our suffering. Why do we suffer? It's because of our physical body. For example, when we fall ill, when we lose our jobs, when we have car accidents, etc. All these are created by your body. Hence, it is the root of your suffering. Here's another example. You are thirsty and you crave for water. What if water is not available? Then what will you do? You will start to think about buying some. But what if you don't have any money? You are then left with no choice but to earn money through physical hard work. The second fundamental is material desire. It has to do with your craving for just about everything. When these cravings are not satisfied, suffering is inevitable. This is also a root cause of affliction. As long as we have this physical body, we are bound to the reality of birth, aging, sickness, and death. While all material existence or substance in this world pass through the four states of phenomena, formation, existence, destruction, and emptiness. For example, a table is made from wood. It has hands come into existence. Over time, the wood will start to decay, and the table goes through the destruction phase. It will then be deemed useless and discarded as it enters into the stage of emptiness. This phenomenon applies to all the things and matters we see in this world. That is, human, birth, aging, sickness, and death, material, formation, existence, destruction, and emptiness. Mahayana Buddhism is the inner wisdom and deliverance, liberation or awakening of the Bodhisattvas. Mahayana Buddhism features liberating all sentient beings from suffering and helping them spiritually awaken. Bodhisattvas are well aware of the suffering they have to endure in the process, but they still save sentient beings. For example, when a disaster happens, an ordinary person will prioritize who to save first. However, this is not the case for Bodhisattvas, because as far as they are concerned, all sentient beings are equal. In practicing Buddhism, it is rare for one to adopt the spirit of Mahayana Buddhism to save all predestined sentient beings, because as humans, our minds discriminate. Bodhisattva said, "Save immeasurable and boundless sentient beings. The number is akin to the sand of Ganges River, hence immeasurable." In Mahayana Buddhism, this approach is referred to as universal deliverance of sentient beings equally. Save sentient beings universally without partiality, no matter what happens or whether they are male or female, young or old, poor or rich, noble or lowly. For example, many people are sitting here listening to my Dharma talk. The level of cultivation, the degree of comprehension, and the ability to learn the lesson varies from person to person. While I'm impartial imparting knowledge to all disciples, the energy that you receive is different. It is unequal. This inequality is created by you, not by me. I have given all of you the same amount of energy. However, it's your ability to receive and your level of cultivation that determine how much energy you can actually gain. Some practices are selective about whom to save and share teachings with. They share teachings with those they favor and not with those they dislike. they remain attached to things or people. But we must learn the spirit of Mahayana Buddhism of liberating all predestined sentient beings from suffering. Some practices, however, take the approach of if you don't ask, you don't get. That is, sharing the teachings is only rendered to those who actively seek help. Have you seen this kind of things? Not taking action unless people make the first move and ask for help. If others do not ask you for help, will you take the initiative to help them? Though in Buddhism, it is said, awaken only those with karmic affinities or conditions. This shouldn't be misunderstood as never reaching out to those who do not have affinities. Rather, we should wait for their karmic affinities to ripen. The wisdom of Bodhisattva is perfect. It's complete and perfect enlightenment. In studying and practicing Buddhism, we must be diligent on all fronts. Helping others is not something we do at our whims and fancies. For the people who do not have affinities or conditions yet, be that as it may, create conditions so you can lend your helping hand to them in the future. I hope that this is something that all of you can do. When you listen to Buddhist teachings, do not take what you hear as its face value. Whenever I'm giving Dharma talk, I'm essentially talking about life lessons. So avoid simply confining your understanding to what explicitly written or stated. Instead, you should look out for the underlying principles behind it. That is, the doctrine. I am here to provide you with guidance. I'm here to teach you a set of theories, of which you should learn to study and figure out the underlying principles. The principles ought to be proper, never preposterous, but correct and true. It is a set of principles based upon Buddha Dharma applied in the human realm. Speaking of performing life liberation, the greatest benefit from this act is that you are saving future Buddhas. Think about it. When you release a fish from imminent death, and your children see it, the feeling of compassion will arise in them. The child may become a Buddha in the future. Remember, the influence of a role model is immeasurable. It stands to reason that your cultivation should be based on immense fearlessness and compassion, as it is a surefire way to cultivate your inherent nature.